What is the Enneagram of 9 personalities? Well, generally, this is a model proposed by Gurdjieff originally that identifies 9 distinct personality types and the characteristic emotional states to which each personality type is connected. So it's identifying emotional states and connecting those to 9 distinct personality types. Now, to do so, it uses what's called the Riso-Hudson Enneagram Type Indicator, or RHETI. And this is a questionnaire that generally allows the user to understand the Enneagram personality types that best describe you. So by answering these questions, you can find yourself categorized, one, as a dominant personality type for you of these different 9 types, and it'll also identify 2 secondary types that you'll exhibit at times. And these collectively, these 3 personality types are demonstrated together in what's known as 3 critical. So let's look first at the different personality types. First, the reformer, purposeful, self-controlled, and perfectionistic, helper, generous, demonstrative, people-pleasing, the achiever, adaptable, excelling, image-conscious, the individualist, dramatic, self-absorbed but expressive, the investigator, very innovative but secretive and isolated, the loyalist, engaging in responsible behavior, but oftentimes anxious and suspicious in nature. The enthusiast tends to be spontaneous, versatile, but can be scattered at times. The challenger is always self-confident, but can be somewhat confrontational, argumentative. The peacemaker is receptive and reassuring, but can be complacent and resigned in the face of challenge. So take all these together, and they are divided into groups of 3. And if you find yourself identified in one personality type, the other 2 personality types that you're likely to exhibit in some circumstances are the other 2 secondary personality types. But they're divided into these 3 into either instinctive, which means more of a relating, feeling type of approach to emotions, or a gut and intuitive approach. The feeling part is more emotion-based. The thinking part is very logical and doing-focused. But here's an image of the Enneagram. And take a second to look at this so you can see how each of these types, these personality types, fit together. Like you'll see 1, 8, and 9 fit together, 5, 6, and 7 fit together, 2, 3, and 4 fit together. And once again, all of this is based upon how these personality types would deal with the same emotional state. So if your reaction is more similar to that of a performer, then you're going to be more closely related to the tragic romantic and the helper giver than you would be the boss, the leader, or the generalist, right? So with that being said, you're looking to identify these type groupings together. So what do each of these groupings have in common? So on the instinctive side, if you were dealing with external emotions, so let's look at fear first. So types 1 reformers would try repressing anger and instinctual energies. Types 9 peacemakers would try to deny their anger and instinctual energies. Types 8 challengers have absolutely no problem expressing anger and those instinctual energies that come about. The second type, the feeling type, so your type 2 helpers that fall under this category try to be liked by others and control their feelings of any shame that results. Types 3 achievers avoid feelings of shame and fear. They're very confident and outgoing. Type 4 individualists use their shame to focus on their personal interest and achieve their objectives. Now, the thinking group, type 5 investigators, they're afraid to be outside of their comfort zone. They have difficulty in dealing with the outside world, so they stick to structure. Your loyalists, same way, they show a lot of anxiety and doubtfulness in their behavior, so they gravitate towards jobs and people that give them comfort or structure. Even your enthusiast tries to deny feelings of pain or loss by distracting themselves with things that entertain them, these external activities. So the important thing here, if we go back and look again at the Enneagram, is that you can see the commonalities that these personality types share. Even though they're distinct personality types, they would deal with emotions in similar ways, and as such they're grouped into these three centers, if you will. Now, this is how the Enneagram is used to identify, characterize, and group personality types of individuals.